Like you have to embrace that as part of the cycle of
existence. I mean, life is suffering. Didn't someone say that? Like
my knee hurts right now, and I'm like, damn.
Oh my gosh, I really.
Life is suffering.
So, what are some tools that we can use to ensure a successful relationship?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's
How
called.
can we ensure that we're going to have a successful relationship moving forward?
You cannot
cut each other off.
Ensures there are no helpful tools.
The redefinition of success.
Lasting,
that depends on your chemistry.
and being happy.
Are we talking about feeling secure or ensuring that it's going to be successful?
You can't ensure anything.
Well, I'm talking about the tools needed to make someone feel successful in a relationship, so they feel comfort. They feel a sense of, okay, this is working. I feel good. It's kind of relationship insurance.
So what you're doing for someone else.
Yes.
You know what I think is one of the cornerstones of success in a relationship? Taking walks.
Absolutely.
If you take walks together, I think it's beautiful because you don't have the comfort zone of the house space where you have those feelings when you look at that picture, when you're sitting in that space where you could say that response to that feeling. If you take walks, everybody is like the walls are down and everybody's just kind of like
you're wide open.
Yeah, and it's so helpful. It's better, so much better.
There's a lot of variables.
I would say
more
consistency
variables.
and honesty. Like even consistency is not always perfection. Like if you consistently like have the same type of like feelings about something, when you start to have different, it's like everybody has feelings about certain things they do like and they don't like. But when those things are unpredictable, then it's like, okay, unpredictable, and it's like the other person has to second guess everything you do. That leads to distrust, and also if you couple that with honesty, that becomes a lie.
But what's a tool to reach consistency and honesty?
I mean, if you are consistent in your behaviors to a certain extent, like some people just are completely off the grid and they're just always unreliable. Like for example, maybe somebody's always late. Fine, they're always late. They're still consistent in being late, so you know they're going to be late.
That's consistent.
Like exactly, it's consistent. Oh, surprise!
Well, I'm consistently late.
Yeah, good job.
There we go.
Not lately. However,
you've been messing up lately.
It's very difficult to predict people's behaviors if they're always changing their behaviors.
True.
And I think sometimes there are certain things that may not be positive, but you come to accept about people that are things that you don't like, but they're consistently things you don't like.
Flaws, and you know that they're not.
You know they're flaws, exactly. So you have to either deal with it or not.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's been consistent about this whole dialogue? Fear.
Yeah.
We're trying to talk about love, and fear has been the constant.
Fear keeps knocking love down.
Well,
fear is the.
I've just been listening.
Fear is the enemy of love. It prevents it. You dig?
But we were talking about the 6 ways so that you could feel secure within the relationship. Okay. So there are tools that
is one of them no fear?
Well, number 1 is being a couple is your first priority if you're in a relationship. So that person within the couple relationship is your priority. And how do you make someone feel that they're a priority? I mean, that's going to be specific to whichever individual that you're in the relationship with.
Make them laugh. Food, clothes, shelter.
Like before your career and stuff, they're your priority? Is that what you're saying?
They're your priority. However they may feel like they're everyone is going to have a different overall feeling.
Well, you know what? What he just said is so clutch. All right, now look. Now Rashad, I'm glad I'm glad you're here. This is a very interesting point between men and women. She was talking about making sure like you two are you two, before anything else. And then he said something about, oh, you mean before your career? Now, I just want to know how you feel about this. You feel that your career and the business that you have to handle is primary.
It has to be.
Okay, it has to be.
Because
okay, no, you don't even have to say because. Wait, hold on. We'll get to the why. We'll get to that. Rashad, do you feel like what you are doing in terms of your career or passion or bringing the money home or whatever it is, do you feel that that's primary to the relationship or secondary or equal?
I feel like it really has to be. If I'm serious about the relationship, it has to be equal. I gotta try to give both an equal amount of time. But to be realistic, I probably, I will focus more on business.
Okay,
Yeah.
so business. Okay, now we're entering the man's thought. So this is what happens. Church,
I don't know yet.
cathedral.
Wait,
you
wait.
are on your grind,
As a
right?
stone.
You're on your grindstone.
Stizzy.
And this is what happens. We've just said that was the primary thing
For men,
for men.
Yes.
And you know what happens?
because we're being chauvinistic. But go ahead.
Holla, 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 holla.
Hey.
You know what happens?
Can we get to the point, please?
This
Are
is
you
what
in a
happens.
rush?
Yes.
Women begin to feel, because we've all as males agreed that this is the primary thing, right?
It's what defines us, kind of.
Yeah. So then women start to feel like an afterthought.
But at the same time, I made this point and I agree. I think the relationship, if you're committed as a man and you're about your business, about your career, you still need to focus on it and give it the sort of attention to detail that you would give your business and your career, and focus on it to some extent. Obviously, the business and what you're doing is what pays the bills. It's what keeps you two afloat. Or maybe, I don't know if we're talking about a multi-income situation, but it helps create the environment that you exist in. So it needs to be a focus, but it doesn't
Yes.
mean that you can't.
And real bosses are capable of both.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm saying.
Scares
The
you out.
relationship has to be. You have to do nice things. You have to do things. Like you have to do effort. You know what I'm saying?
you do.
In the same way you do effort for your
Consistent
career.
effort.
Absolutely.
Because there's some women out there that are about their business as well.
Yeah.
And are still capable of maintaining both. You know, we,
Yeah, but
we
I think
are
even those
still-
women are more about the relationship secretly.
No,
it's-
not really.
That's
It's like natural.
That's
It's
what
like-
I count. That's
like-
what I count.
No.
That's what I count.
I mean, if you're in a
No, no, no.
relationship,
It's a
Not
natural
really.
impulse.
It's
No,
not a
not
natural
really.
impulse
Men are
for
from Mars,
every
women are from
woman.
Venus.
Not
It's
really.
a thing.
Okay,
It's like
for
you're
those of
nurturing
us-
things.
Oh,
It's a
Kevin.
thing.
I'm
For
going-
So
those
cute.
of us
I'm
who
going
are
to
out
Asia.
there, okay, who are about our business
Yeah.
and achieving and doing all of that, we are still capable of the balance. And
Yeah.
perhaps because we use both sides of our brain, and maybe that is, maybe that's a situation.
And we're expected
right now.
to.
But yeah, if you were in a society or a world where you didn't need money to do things, like you would have a man and he would get the meat, like he would hunt it and he would bring
Nobody would
it.
be satisfied with
can't
that. 'Cause I'll be
relate.
trying to kill a lion myself.
Oh really?
Yes.
Really?
yeah,
Yep.
right.
Let's fight science.
Ah!
Science.
I will not
What
be
an
trying to kill
interesting
a
foe.
lion.
Yeah, okay.
Science with your non-facts.
I
Yeah,
do-
that's cute. That's real
that's
cute.
a-
We're in 2015.
We're still human beings. We're still
We're
organisms.
still human beings, but that doesn't mean that we don't have
It's okay to be a woman, you know.
Okay,
it's,
and
it's fine.
scientifically over
I blame
generations,
Beyonce.
we evolve.
It's-
We evolve.
The B agency. No, it takes like tens of thousands of years to actually evolve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, if you're conscious of what's going on, you don't think in the last 30 years women have evolved?
No,
I mean,
40?
only
I
so-
don't think the word evolution is.
socially, that's not
100 years.
evolution.
Socially, okay,
That's not
socially,
evolution.
I'll say socially, but
But
at
that's
the
just
end of the
'cause-
day, that
But
becomes
social
who
is
you
fake.
are.
Social could change tomorrow if the law changed.
Yeah.
But you do have to understand they've been dealing with.
Basic bitch ass.
No,
okay.
women who want to be women are basic
So
bitches.
6 ways to feel secure. Back to that. Number 2.
Really,
what
though?
you put
Really,
in
though?
Number 2.
That don't
what
sound
you
evolved.
Get
put
out.
Too bad.
One person will be giving and
One
not
person
receiving
will be
anything in
giving
coupleship.
and not receiving
True.
anything in the coupleship. So it feels like
Hold
a
on.
very
Which y'all like salt and pepper, like going
one-sided
back and-
relationship. Like
Yo,
one
baby,
person
yo.
is giving more. Oh, y'all weren't doing that earlier?
But
Really?
ours was dope.
It's
It was
okay.
like,
I feel-
Number
I
three.
it was like
Run
black
DMC.
sheep. It was like black
We're
sheep.
number 3.
What you put in is what you get out. We're
Yep.
on number 2.
Okay.
One person will be giving and not receiving in
Mm-hmm.
the couple. So if you're giving and you're both giving, then you're gonna feel secure.
Everyone's
if
receiving.
one person is just giving
Receiving.
and one person is just receiving, it's gonna create a sense of insecurity.
You know what that goes into though? Love languages. Because I could be giving my time and my words, and the other person might receive love and gifts and companionship
The choice is
or
yours.
physical touch. Like I could be giving love differently than I receive it. So I might think I'm giving everything. I'm giving you 100% of my time. I'm giving all my free time. That might not be enough because you're not buying me gifts or vice versa, whatever. But if you don't speak the same language as far as communication, that's a big deal.
All right,
Also timing too. Like sometimes it's my time to give. Like it can happen in waves, you know. Like I might be giving, but I have to be comfortable knowing that this is the time that she needs to receive right now because of whatever circumstances going on. So you need to be mature enough to recognize that it's not always your time to receive. You might have to give for a little bit and then receive later. You just have to be confident that it's going to happen. Word.
study mammals.
Oh.
Now, love is indeed frightening, but we do want insurance. Is there any way to construct some type of insurance?
A contract. Like say no, hypothetically
That's
say
actually marriage itself was designed as relationship insurance, wasn't
in
it?
prenup. Well, a prenup is insurance.
Not really. I mean, it's not
A
defined
prenup
enough.
is insurance.
Not
But
always.
modern day
Literally,
marriages
it
are exploring incremental, like contractual, very specific contractual agreements within those relationships, like 5-year, 7-year agreements where you are very specific about what the other person is giving you within that relationship, which I'm not actually mad at.
Because insurance is a payout if somebody defaults, right?
That's like prenup.
Yeah, essentially.
Literally.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, if we don't have sex this many times a week,
If you cheat, if you this.
cheat, if you do this or don't do
You wanna-
that, then
If
this
you don't
will
work
happen.
out.
Wait, so is there a
Right.
way to, so okay.
Contractually, yes,
So,
you
like-
can do whatever you want.
So in an evolving society, can we create these types of contracts?
Absolutely,
Yes.
people are doing them right now.
Suggest one,
Prenuptial.
please. Like I want to,
Prenuptial agreement.
but okay, no, but I'm saying like before you even do the matrimony thing,
Okay.
like say if you're dating, what would be
You
like
can
a
start negotiating before you even get to the point of marriage.
okay? So it'd be like, look, I need you to do this, or else you owe me.
Nah, it'd be
It
more
could,
like this.
No, it could be anything.
Or what would it be like?
Well, say someone in the past was like an alcoholic or they were an addict or something, but they were sober and you wanted to be with them. You would be like, yo, like, I want to be with you. But if you go back to doing that, I'm not going to be with you. That would be sort of like an insurance or a contract.
All right, so what would be something if somebody like was not
Was like a
addicted to
hoe?
a substance? Yeah, say if
She was a hoe.
It could be it could be sexual, it
Right.
could be domestic. I mean, it could be like we agreed to these specific tasks to happen within our household. You're doing these things, I'm doing these things. If these things are violated based on these 3 strikes, it's over.
Done.
Like you could make the contract however you want to make it.
But then when you say insurance, I'm thinking of like a payout.
Yeah, I need to
You
walk
could
away with
write that in too. I mean, you can write whatever you want in. It's an open.
Well, it's like
Contract.
you're saying like the insuree has to give something up. Like when you get insurance, you pay money, right?
No, the insurer has to pay money to the insurer.
Insuree.
Yeah, if everything
The
goes bad,
insured.
it has to be some
Insured,
type
yeah.
of payment. The
Well,
insurer,
I feel
right.
inspired to start a new insurance agency tonight. I think
Okay.
we could get paid.
Let's get his
For
money.
relationship insurance.
Nice.
Yeah, we need to get that.
Y'all
no,
both
yeah,
leaving
yeah.
him hanging. It's
Oh,
2 hanging.
Oh. I
Y'all
didn't
both
realize
leaving
it
him
was that.
hanging.
We about to create something. Hold up.
Hold up.
All right, so
We them boys. It's a song.
Or them girls.
No, it's us. It's about us.
so do you think? So wait, hold up. So it would be better if we had some type of situation where insurance was applied to relationships.
Ooh, maybe we can make a dating
No,
app. A
no.
dating
I mean,
app.
this is an
No.
app
I
about to
mean,
happen.
you could.
Wait, all right,
I
she's
mean,
saying
that's
yes,
so
she's saying
whack.
no.
That would be like so like it would not be effective. Like who is really gonna have a relationship knowing you have insurance? Like how do you fully commit?
I mean,
and be,
people
like,
sign
a
prenuptials.
Maybe
thousand-
that might hold you very accountable, though.
Ooh.
It
Ooh.
may
You gotta
help.
do bam, bam,
and
bam, or else
accountability
bam,
is
bam.
Ooh,
not
urbanista.
a bad
Really
thing.
cute.
It's not a
Got
bad
that right.
thing.
Accountability is not a bad thing, but I'm saying like, how do you go beyond the actual terms of? Well, these are my limitations in my contract. Because I think that sets up. Depending on the terms of the contract, I would say. But as far as insurance, like, okay, if this goes badly, because people do change.
Yeah.
It's like maybe I agreed to certain aspects of the relationship, but then things change for me financially, or things change for me emotionally, or
Well, then you need to
physically.
renegotiate the policy.
Pay up, pay up.
Pay up or layup.
I mean, that's just what happens.
So you down for
get
that?
you get a different car.
Cherado, you
You
down for
gotta.
Look at her.
I didn't say I was down for it, but I can make some money off of it.
We should change the show to Bitter
that.
Women Show.
Do what?
It can be called the Bitter Women Show, and
We're
the
not
men they
bitter.
verbally abuse.
That's real cute.
We're
That's
not
a good.
bitter.
That's a good
Okay.
reach.
Nice try.
That's a
Nice
good
try.
one.
Got him.
Nice reach.
Got him. Yeah.
Got
Oh, that's cute. Bring some shit from 1998. Okay.
98 got him. That's
Well,
like recent.
No, actually, just got back, brought around, and made some money from it. That's
Melvin the
amazing.
Great.
Very cute.
Shout out to him and
So
Cardi
about
B.
this time is
What's gonna happen now?
Man, I
So-
was looking for this great quote.
Are we dancing?
We're not dancing. We want to sum it up with some final thoughts from the guest and, of course, the crew in terms of what can we do to provide relationship insurance or not, or what can't we do. What are some final thoughts to the audience tonight in terms of how we move forward, how we protect or not protect, how we provide
Or not
live
provide.
in fear or not in fear, or live and lead with love or no.
Don't be so scared. Can I say first? Can I
Yeah,
go
go
first?
ahead.
You know, fight the fear. I think Joey said it best on Friends that if you're afraid of bugs, get a bug. You have to fight the fear, and you have to address your personal fears. I know that women don't agree with this, but you need to address your personal fears before you can project them, before you project them